What's going on, everyone? It's Nate here, also known as the Connor McDavid of the Gold Bar League, brought to you by BetSafe.net.
BetSafe.net.
No gimmicks, just free. And I'm coming to you live from one of Roddy's compounds. Can't disclose the exact location. And I just wanted to check in and say how honored I am to finish first place out of over 12,000 participants in the Prophylactic League regular season for the Gold Bar. And just wanted to let you guys know that I just woke up from a nap. I was up all night partying, celebrating. Couldn't get my ass to work today, but that's okay. That's okay. You have to celebrate.
I love gold, and so do you. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Join the Gold Bar League, and you can have some too. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. It's the Gold Bar League. Come on, enjoy the Gold Bar League.
Wow, some cockiness, some bravado from the regular season pennant winner of the GBL. Yeah, that's Nate. What's his last name? Stuff.
Johnston, I believe, is his
Nate Johnston.
Yeah,
I loved it.
He's our president of TSN.
You know,
He's his son.
he's the son of Stu Johnson, TSN president.
That's not going to go over well with the rest of the participants.
That came with a 70 bar head start.
Oh, make no mistake. If Stu Johnson's son entered the GBL, we would assure that he would win.
Victory.
100%.
Because as much as we love our loyal viewers and listeners, our futures come first.
Exactly.
No, he was very good, and I love the trash talking of Ho, and that Tessa Harrison has become quite a central figure in the GBL. Would you guys not agree? By the way, I hope now that we're entering the Platinum League, all the people who didn't make it to the playoffs are still watching the GBL podcast. Because if not, then we have an audience of like 16 to 20.
No, they're zoned in. People want to know who's
Everyone's still here, right? Everybody
want
wants
to know who's
going
to take home that jersey.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Right.
exactly.
Well, by the way, as you say that, still putting together the prize package. I believe TaylorMade will be involved. There'll be some sort of TaylorMade thing along with the jerseys. The Beauties has come out in paperback. So
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'll give maybe the top three finishes or something. We'll get signed paperback editions of Beauties.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're saying why can't I get the hardcover, Jimmy? It's because there literally are no hardcovers left. I have one copy.
They're done.
One
Sold
copy
out.
left.
Sold out.
Yeah, I can't. They don't know. Like they don't even exist. They're nowhere. Jimmy only has one.
So does that mean the signed hardcover copy I have is now?
Jimmy says he has.
more?
He says he has one, as he's got three stacked behind him. No, I actually two of these.
Web of lies.
No, two of these I actually owe to people, so I really only own one copy of my own book. But yes, what I was trying to say here when I got distracted was, let's all be respectful of Tessa Harrison. All the participants right now, everyone has been respectful. I think they want to get to know more about her. There seems to be as we saw from Nate, he wants to compete with Ho because Tessa likes the champions of the.
Yes.
Now, is there any chance? Tessa sent that photo right with the date and everything.
Yeah.
There's no chance there's any catfishing going on here where like it's her boyfriend that is actually participating, and he said, "Hey, Tessa, take this picture."
That's going to be up to Nate and Ho to deal with.
Yeah.
It would be a weird catfish to catfish the GBL of all the things you could catfish.
Listen, you know what? Very quickly, it's the thing, man. I think it's an addiction now, catfishing. To be honest with you,
Really?
a lot of people out there that have multiple accounts, and that's all they do now. Really.
You know what we should do as a catfish experiment is we should, like Lester, really good looking, interesting looking guy. He's got great artwork. And so we get our favorite photo of Lester, with his guitar and the dreads. And we make an account on something like Parlor.
I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound good.
What's
No,
Parlor?
just kidding. We won't do it on Parlor. Parlor's like
What is
Parlor's where all the Trumpers went after they get kicked off of Twitter.
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, but let's go like, let's say
Lester's crowd.
Whatever, Facebook, I don't know. Let's try to catfish with Lester. We'll make a profile of Lester, but we'll have him somewhere else, like around the world, so we'll get international. Like he's, what are you, Bahamian? Is that correct?
Guyanese.
Damn it, I always get that wrong.
Seriously.
So we'll go on a Guyanese date.
That's like saying to like an Italian guy, you're
Well,
Slovakian,
we hadn't talked about the Guyanese since like season 2. I forget.
No, he does.
Turks and Cakian.
Turkanese.
Double
Special guest coming up today is Aaron Korolnek,
AK,
who is into the Platinum League as sort of a he won the showdown one-on-one with Carlo Colaiacovo. So it's like an addition to the talent division. He's in our segment that we call, what is it called again, Stoff? Get to know the Platinum League guys.
Faces of the GBL.
Right, faces of the GBL.
You were close though. You're closer every week.
You were around it.
All right, so Nate is the regular season champ. So here's what happened today. My computer printer broke down, stuff, and so I had to just I made a couple of handwritten notes. I did click on your links today, but so you're going to have to guide us through today. I believe the last
as opposed to every other week.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Today, just today. Stop.
Okay, you know what, Jimmy? Today I'll do it. I'll do it today.
By the way, Stoff, we
today
should
I'll
say,
no problem.
In true elite athlete, as every member of the GBL is.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, wow.
What an honor. What an honor it is. Gentlemen, true pleasure to be on the pods. Thank you for having me.
What the hell is in your background? What is that? What's that shot? Is it a bear? Like, is it a Wall Street type thing? Bulls and bears?
Exactly, JD. There's a bull and a bear. Mostly bear for me, but the Bulls, we're coming back at some point. You guys are an investment podcast, so.
AK, this is where AK comes for all his investment advice. And that's why he's currently down $230,000.
Yeah, that's the Chinese packing company that you told me to invest in, James.
Yes, not doing as well. It's up today.
I'm moving back in with my parents because.
Hey, the Chinese shipping company is up 5% today.
Sorry.
Hey, precious metals. Remember, I told you about the precious metals. That we're moving into a precious metals era. You want to look at the gold stocks, the silver stocks. SLV.cn, I would highly recommend. This is not financial advice. No. I am not a professional. Just have to remind people of that before I get nailed for insider trading or sued by AK. Welcome, AK. You're kind of, like, should he really be in the talent division at some point, like next year? Because he has his own gambling podcast, which is an unfair advantage over the rest of us. He's also a member of the cast of the First Up show. Yeah. As well as producing that show on TSN Radio. So should Jimmy, he be in the talent division?
If you scroll down to the notes I created that you did not bother to read, you would see that me and you are in the final of the divisional playoffs, and Lester and Puffy are in the relegation round. So, I mean, AK could just...
I wrote it down. Look at that. Stoff versus Jimmy, Puffy versus Lester. So I made the notes.
Your penmanship is immaculate, JD. It's really nice.
Are you a doctor in another life? Wow.
I'll tell you the truth. I don't use script. Puffy can attest to this in TV. This is how I make my little notes for the show. So I'll say, okay, Jimmy's going to talk about the Habs, and then he's going to ask O-Dog about the Leafs. And sometimes I can't read my own writing, so I'll be in the middle of the show and go, up next, anyway, AK, let's get back to you. This is not about me today. It's about AK. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, AK. Those who don't get to listen to you on TSN Radio, or maybe you can promote your gambling show as well that you have.
Sure. Yes, I'm Aaron Korolnek, a producer of First Up. Also, I'm an on-air contributor as well. Also, the host of The Edge on TSN 1050, where we delve deep into the most degenerate of odds. I know 2 listeners are part of the Cameron household, so we appreciate your kids as big parts of listeners.
Sometimes we pull them out of school just to listen.
That's what I like to hear. But first and foremost, I'm a Rubber Boots podcast hardcore fan. I have been since the very beginning. I don't think I've ever missed an episode, so It is a true pleasure to be on with you, gentlemen.
By the Edge is also brought to you by betsafe.net. That's correct, right?
Well,
the Edge.
You know what? We are
brought
looking for a
betsafe.net.
sponsor, JD. So
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Here's an idea. Just say betsafe.net a bunch of times. We'll get more money for it, and then we'll chuck you $5 once in a while.
Loop it around. We'll loop it around.
We're looping around.
Works for me.
You qualified for the You probably would have qualified for the Platinum League anyway because you're very good at this stuff. But you qualified because we had a one-on-one showdown with Carlo Colaiacovo, and he defaulted because of basically cheating and not adhering to the rules. And thus you had the clearest path besides the four of us to the Platinum League.
It is true. I love Carlo like a brother, but let's be real here. He is a moron. And it was very easy for me to beat him. I knew it was a certainty that it was going to happen. So he cannot follow any rules, any direction. And he's also a terrible gambler. So I am well rested. Carlo's been disqualified for weeks now.
Yeah.
So my mental state of mind is in a great form for the Platinum.
What was the bet that Carlo made last year? Something. It was like he gave people like 100 to 1 odds on something ridiculous.
Well, it was Jordan Spieth to win the Masters in April.
Wow.
Right? When Spieth was like, 14, 16 to 1, and he made a charge. And
he gave everybody 100 to 1.
Yeah, he gave us all 100 to 1. And,
wow.
He's an idiot.
He was sweating a bit.
We love him.
Fortunately, he played 14 years in the NHL and is very wealthy, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Right. AK, actually, I consulted with him on today's prop bet because, again, he's not, I don't want to get, this is not insider trading. He's not competing today. This is still, what is this called, Stoff? What are we in right now?
This is the second play-in round.
Okay. Yes. So maybe Stoff, while AK's sitting there, give us what happened in the last chance league last week. It's the Smitty Swan. Was he the guy who qualified?
Smitty Swan 34. Is that correct? Yes, he got 41.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty good.
A big part of it was obviously our Raptors prop. The Raptors rested a whole bunch of guys, so that definitely affected the last chance tournament. Smitty Swan wins it. He goes automatically to the Platinum League with us. The second place finisher, T. Parchewski, I believe is how you pronounce that. He will advance to the play-in round. Troy Forst finished third.
Oh, our friend.
Yes, he's already in the play-in round. So he's going to remain in the play-in round, and that spot will then be knocked down to Joel Wheels, who finished fourth.
Oh. One second. Is Joel Wheels any relation to Wheels from Degrassi?
Yeah.
And
that's probably his son. His son.
The math would work right because Degrassi probably was like early 90s. He would have had a child.
Right.
And now he would be probably gambling, I'm guessing.
And I think Wheels had a child on the show, did he not?
And he'd be hanging with Aubrey Drake, whatever.
Yes. Well, the different cast.
Different eras?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Same high school.
Yeah.
Okay, so now in the play-in round.
One more thing. We had one extra spot, Jimmy. So let's not miss this. I saved one extra spot in case there was some sort of controversy, a tie. There wasn't. So our spot will go to the next person who had the most gold bars this year as well, and that's B. Mahar, who finished tied for fifth. And he had 26 gold bars during the season, so he will be our last qualifier for the play-in round.
I call him Bumahar.
All right, Eddie Bartlett, Snack Bites Pete, move on to the next round. So in this second round of the prophylactic conference, we have Troy Force versus T. Parchewski, Sports Analysis
that's a good
versus
matchup.
Joel Wheels, Chewy Louie versus B. Mahar, Greg Lockhart versus Snack Bites Pete. That's a huge one.
Oh, that's a classic.
And JDM13 and Eddie Bartlett. There's some
Lockhart versus Snack
for.
Bites Pete is that the greatest rivelry so far in the history of the GBL?
That's a huge matchup in GBL.
Yeah.
Those
guys hate each other. They hate each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of animosity. There's going to be an edge to that one, don't you think?
Now, I'm a little concerned about this relegation you're talking about, Stuff.
Well, we'll get to that. That's in the talent division, but yes.
Oh, that's concerning.
It's just keeping us busy for the next couple of weeks until the Platinum League. All right. So it's Puffy versus Lester.
So basically,
and
whoever
Jimmy
loses
versus Stoff.
between you and Lester will be competing in the prophylactic conference next year.
Wow. See, that's the biggest. This is the biggest matchup of GBL history. Then
Oh my
Aaron
God.
Korolnek.
So,
Aaron
I did
Korolnek
not-
replaces you in the talent division,
Mhm.
and the loser
Wow.
this weekend is into the.
Now we're
The-
talking. Now we're
yeah.
talking.
Wow.
Okay, so let's get to our props really quickly. We don't want to keep AK here all day.
I have literally nothing to do, James. I'm here for a week.
same here.
Hey, we're going to be golfing next week. I finally feel confident. Things have turned.
Why?
Things have taken a turn.
What has
Breaking news.
changed? Nothing has changed.
Yes, they left the door open yesterday.
No.
Christine Elliott has been the staunchest no, and she said it could open earlier, and then it's going to open Tuesday. AK and I have already put the over-under on. Tuesday is going to be the day we're golfing.
0 chance.
Okay, maybe that'll be
Zero.
one of our.
That's
Maybe
our
one
bet.
of our props.
Does
Make that a
illegal
bet.
golfing count or no?
No, this has got to be legal on the course golfing.
It's got to be
That's no
sanctioned.
fun.
AK and
Well,
I say Tuesday. Puffy says no
That's been
chance. So because you say 0 chance, you're giving us 5-1 odds on $100.
No.
AK and I have, yeah.
No, because you have inside information. So I'm the one actually taking the gamble here. I'm just.
We just
being
read
fast and
Twitter.
loose
Is
with
that inside
words.
AK to read Twitter? That's all we do is
Yeah,
read
it's
Twitter.
inside information.
It's called being
The
informed.
news is in. Yeah, well, I'm uninformed, so I should
that's
get
all.
the odds.
That's clear. Okay, let's get right to it. Leafs versus Habs. AK, you're already in the Platinum League, but you can participate with us as well here. Leafs versus Habs, game 1 on Thursday. If it goes to overtime, the Habs win the bet.
Yes.
Goes to overtime, the Habs. So we're going to do straight up based off. We're not going to do any goals involved. Just if it goes to overtime, the Habs win.
Yes. That is.
All right.
Sorry, can I just ask one question? What does
Yes.
best of 5 props mean? Like in terms of
It's the same as we did last week with the best of 3.
okay.
So there's 5 props this time. So basically, the higher seeds will pick props 1, 3, and 5, and the lower seeds will pick 2 and 4.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
last-
Now you and James really struggled with this last week, so I don't.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Last week, I believe that no incorrect picks were made.
Yes,
Everyone
you were right. Yes.
got it right. So it's
in the
big
talent
advantage.
division and in the prophylactic.
and
yes.
in both. Yeah, so it's a big advantage to have the
home
top
field.
seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have I don't understand this at all. But
Well,
anyway,
that
let's go.
advantage me.
Oh, because it's a 50-50, you pick. But how does that work with like Snack Bites, Pete versus Lockhart? How do they pick?
The same way they picked last
Oh,
week,
okay.
Jimmy.
Okay.
First, third, and fifth,
So when they tweet us, they just tweet the first, third, and fifth
Just-
thing, and they get the other two.
or the second and fourth.
Oh, okay, it's making a lot of sense to me now.
Sounds like
All right, I get it. So
maybe Jimmy.
we're
should be
gonna
delegated.
go through the 5 props, correct? And then we'll
Yes.
do our choices. Is that correct? All right.
Yes.
Yes.
So Leafs versus Habs, game 1
Mhm.
Thursday. Habs get the overtime. Is the Oilers Jets game 2 the second one? Because I kind of wrote these down fast. So I'm not sure if I wrote them in
Oilers
order.
or Jets overtime. So Jets and OT get matched.
Jets get the overtime in
Yes.
game 2. Orlando FC versus TFC. TFC gets the tie on this one.
Yes.
Yep.
Games
Orlando's
for
that good, eh? Orlando's interesting.
They're the home team, so we'll give them the tie.
Okay,
Mhm.
fair enough. And here's the one. Is there another one
Yes.
before the golf? I didn't write the fourth one down.
We got the Jays versus Rays Friday through Sunday. 3-game
Jays versus
series.
Rays.
Whoever wins that one, if a game gets rained out, will go by runs.
Okay. And finally,
like
this is the one AK and I.
Oh
came
yeah,
up
it's in Toronto. It's in.
with. So the PGA Championship, golf's second major,
Ooh.
is on this weekend. AK came up with the idea of Rory or Spieth. Rory McIlroy coming off a win a couple of weeks ago. Jordan Spieth top 10 again this week. Does one of them finish in the top 5? So you're either wagering
Ooh.
Rory or Spieth in the top 5, or neither of them in the top 5. That is the wager. Okay.
Okay.
Not which one will make the top 5. You have Rory and Spieth. They're on your team in the top 5, or they're off your team outside the top 5.
But only one of them has to make the top 5, right?
Yes.
Correct. AK figured all the math out. They were what were they? AK 275.
Yeah, plus 275, both of them to finish in the top 5. So it's about even odds.
It's about a 50-50 bet. Okay. So let's run through it. AK, you might as well just tweet your picks because we have to do this one. So do I do the first one?
Yes, James. You pick from the Leafs, Habs, OT.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take the Leafies in game 1 in regulation.
All right. So
that-
now Puffy.
I will also take the Leafs.
Terrific. So now for the second one.
Well, let's say, because he's here, AK, what do you take? Just for
I'm taking the Habs. I think that game goes to overtime. The Leafs win in overtime.
There you go. All right. Oilers versus Jets, game 2. So, Stoff, you pick from our division.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets OT.
Okay. Lester?
No, that I get to pick on that one now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to pick the Oilers.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
AK?
I'll take the Oilers as well, JD.
All right. Orlando FC versus TFC. So this is back to me. I'm going to take the Reds. I'm taking the Reds.
Terrific.
I will also take TFC.
All right. AK?
Yeah, I'll take TFC.
All right. And now Jays versus Rays, Stoff. Have the Jays won any of our prop bets? I don't think the Jays or the Raptors have won any of the times we've had them.
First, I remember.
I think the first one they beat the Phillies in spring training, so that was like
yeah, it was. I believe so. They
The
have
Jays are playing good though.
they're playing well now.
I will take the Jays in that one.
Lester?
I am going to take the Rays.
AK?
I too am on the Rays, James.
All right, there you go. And finally, the Rory and Spieth one, which again would be me. Only because I like both these guys too much. I won't use my. Plus, this one doesn't really matter. Everybody knows I'm the champion anyway. This is just like you guys in practice. I'm going to say yes. Rory or Spieth will be in the top 5. And as a matter of fact, I think both will be in the top 10.
Wow. I am
that
going
would be
to
Puffy,
take
yes.
the field on this one.
Good call.
That's a no.
PGA Championship, by the way, is a large field too. So yeah. And AK?
Yeah, I'm going to say Spieth finishes in the top 5. He's just been playing way too well lately not to. And the course really fits his style of play right now, considering how windy it could be and could be very problematic for a lot of guys.
Look at that analysis. That's more than we've gotten from any of the 4 of us.
I just got a message from TSN. I am replacing Bob Weeks as of
Wow. That's a huge get.
Nice.
That's impressive. Well, as I said to you, AK, in a text earlier today, this is the single greatest break of your career.
Yeah.
You are going to return to the Rubber Boots podcast on Thursday. So you're going to have to come back on Thursday when we do this live wearing the same clothes because you have an A-hole or A-OK for us.
I do.
Okay?
I do indeed.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we're all going to wear the same clothes. We're going to come back 2 days from now, and we're going to do the podcast live at 6 p.m. as we always do. And and AK is going to join us again in the same clothes with the same background and the same lighting, essentially. All right.
Perfect.
All right. Excellent. Well, good luck, everybody, this week. Everyone's still trying to qualify for the Platinum League and the play-ins of the GBL. Good luck to all our contestants here. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday, 6 p.m. to a live edition of the Rubber Boots podcast brought to you by betsafe.net, as is the GBL. Don't forget to check out betsafe.net for all the lines on anything you might want to have some fun with. There's also all sorts of great games. betsafe.net and the GBL. See you Thursday, everybody.
I love gold, and so do you. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Join the Gold Bar League, and you can have some too. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. It's the Gold Bar League. Come on and join the Gold Bar League.
Are you wearing your rubber boots tonight?